Hi there, this is Walt Gollender, and we're here with Josephine Shenman in Josephine's Video World. And right now we're going to be enjoying the best of the Four Aces. That's the original Four Aces from the Walt Gollender archives. You're going to see Josephine's little pussy cat, Gypsy Rose cat, and all the other great animals here in the studio. In August and October of 1987, I brought Al Alberts up from North Cape May to do 4 parts on the very, very widely watched Joe Franklin show. And here is just a little bitty piece out of the Joe Franklin series where Joe was asking a question about, is good music really coming back nowadays? And Al says absolutely. And you can hear what I say about plopping your money down on the counter. Here it comes.
Absolutely.
You agree, Walt?
Absolutely.
Good music is still the ability to hear a melody and to hum it and to understand the hook and to go into your local record store and plop down your 79 cents and buy the record.
Have any of your fans, Al?
Where were you folks in April of 1955? The Four Aces had just come back from a tour of Great Britain and the British Isles, Scotland, Glasgow, London, the whole territory of Great Britain, and now their first show while back in the United States, or as they have arrived back in the United States, they do the Colgate Variety Show, and they're introduced first by George Abbott, who was the producer of several major shows that I can't think of right now, such as Damn Yankees and Pajama Game. Thank God that cue card in my little knobby head came through for me, because there are no notes here, as you can see. But I do have some crib notes right here in the palm of my hand. They did a show introduced by George Abbott, who was 100 and some years old back in those days. And he first brings on Abby Lane to sing, Whatever Lola Wants Low. Take a look at George Abbott then in his 100th year introducing Xavier Cugat's girl, Abby Lane. Not from South America, but a nice Yiddish girl from Brooklyn. But who knew? And as I said, following Abby Lane, promoting another song from Damn Yankees, You Gotta Have Heart. Dave, Sod, Al, and Lou Silvestri. Lou Silvestri, my friends. You gotta have heart.
About 6 years ago, in a singing group, there was a quiet, pretty girl worked for me named Abby Lane. In the 6 intervening years, she's made great strides toward the top of her profession. She's still a quiet, pretty girl in private life, but when she starts to sing, why, you take notice, whether it's at the Waldorf where she starred, or here on our stage where she's going to sing Whatever Lola Wants.
Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. And little man, little Lola wants you. Make up your mind to have no regrets. Recline yourself, resign yourself, you're through. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you fool. Give in. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. I always get for whatever lonely one Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you fools. Give in. Hiya. Give in. Give in. Oh, you coward. Give in.
One of the first songs which Adler and Ross wrote for Damn Yankees was called Heart. We all loved it. It fits in the situation. It is the coach giving advice to his men. I've sometimes heard it sung as if it was serious. It isn't meant that way. It's a humorous song. Miles and miles of heart. And must be thought of that way. I remember when they first played it, I said as a joke, well, get the Four Aces now. And it seems that's what they've done. So here they are, the Four Aces in their version of Heart.
You've gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. You've gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and moan. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope. Or when your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. How you can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do. You've gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the car. First you've gotta have heart. When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it. You've gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the car. First you gotta have heart. Yes, you gotta have heart. You've gotta have heart.
All right, we're going to go back now to January 21st, 1956. The Four Aces are plugging their Decca recording of A Woman in Love, and they do their second of four appearances on the Dorsey Brothers stage show. And the interesting thing about this is there's a microphone on the stage, but it's not even a wired microphone, Josephine style. It's a vaudeville microphone because the groups are all performing to the overhead RCA boom microphone. So what you see here is a prop microphone. The Four Aces do A Woman in Love, and then Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey and Jack Carter announce that next week they're going to have a new star on the show, a very popular fella named Elvis Presley. And that was the first of 6 appearances by Elvis Presley on the Dorsey Brothers shows. So what am I saying, my friends? That the Elvis Presley appearances began with the Dorsey shows in January of 1956. It was from these shows that he was picked up and booked onto Ed Sullivan during the